Now then everybody, Betty's back. Right, today something a little bit different. It's a request we've had a while back. I've had it on my list and now I'm going to do it. And it is a Vietnamese Banh Mi sandwich. So if you give us a second, I'll show you the ingredients that we need. Right, so I've got some homemade pickle here, which I did a couple of days ago. But you can do it and just let it sit for a few hours. I've julienned some carrot. It's supposed to be daikon radish, but all I had was, I couldn't get any of that, so it was just radish. And the pickle is 100 mils of water, 50 mils of rice wine vinegar and 50 mils of white vinegar and some sugar to taste. I put in about 3/4 of a tablespoon. So that's the pickle done. Right. So we've got some, it says for crusty rolls, so I've got some part baked baguettes which I will be baking off. Obviously some pork belly, a cucumber, some hoisin sauce, pate, which is in some recipes for this and some it's not, but I'm going to include it, some coriander or cilantro, sliced green jalapenos, some sriracha sauce and some mayonnaise. So without further ado, we'll get cracking with it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bake these baguettes. So I'll just sprinkle them with a little water, just on the top. Turn it on. Bake. I'll go 140, no, you won't want it that long. I want about 12 minutes. Start, stop, and away we go. So that's them babies in. Obviously we need them to cool down, so we'll crack on with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so I've chopped the belly pork into chunks, in some water with plenty of salt and pepper, and I'm going to pressure cook these in the kasori. Here we go. Lid on. Right. Found the plug. Okay. So pressure cook. I only want about 15 minutes. So I'm going to pressure cook these first. Pressure cook these first, and then I'm going to finish them off in the oven to crisp them up, obviously. So that's the bread in the oven, and now the pork belly in to cook, pressure cooking. Right guys, so I'm going to make the mayonnaise mix. So obviously some mayonnaise, quite generous, about 1, 2. This is going to do for 2 sandwiches. About 3 tablespoons or so of that, of mayo. Hoisin sauce next. I'm going to go one generous tablespoon of hoisin, and hot sauce. I'm going to put about 1, 2 again tablespoons of that. Give this a mix, and that is our mayonnaise to spread on our banh mi sandwich. And that's to our taste. If you don't want hot sauce, don't add it in, but it does make a difference. Absolutely it does. So, right, I'll come back in a second, guys. Right, so that's the pork belly out of the pressure cooker. I'm now going to put it into the high sapiente oven, which is absolutely brilliant, by the way. Absolutely love it. I'm going to air fry this now. Yeah, about 190. I'm going to do it for 15 minutes and see what it's like after that. So, away we go. Come back in 15. Right, so the pork belly's out of the oven. It is a little bit fatty, so if you want to remove the fat or if you want to use another cut of pork, that's absolutely fine. Everything else is chopped up: cucumber, jalapenos, some pate sliced. So the next step is, apparently, so I'll split that open, split my bread open, pull some of it out, and you liberally, ooh, nice crusty, liberally spread this spicy mayonnaise onto here, spreading it all over. Yummy. Make sure it's liberally coated, both sides. Like so. Bit of a gap there, so I'm gonna not go in there because it'll just pour straight out. I'll be able to get some on there. So I'm going to put this into the oven again. I'll tell you what, before I do that, just give us 1 second guys, I'm just going to dry this drip tray out. Drip tray and put it underneath, just for any spillage that goes into the oven. Okay. Right, so I'm now going to put this back into here. I'm just going to bake it for about 5 minutes. No, I don't want manual. Oh, or shall I air fry it? I might air fry it for 5 minutes. 190, just to crisp it up. The idea is just to crisp it up a little bit. And away we go. So that's now in there. Good job I didn't put the drip tray in there because there's some dripping out. So we'll come back in a second and then it's an assembly job and we'll try it. So there we go guys, that is the effect we're looking for. It's just made it nice and crunchy, it's hot, and it's got like a baked on effect with the mayonnaise. All contrasting mouthfeel. So let this cool down a little bit and then we'll build it up. Right, so let's get this built up. So obviously I'm using quite a fatty pork. If you like it leaner, I've just chosen this because I like belly pork. So on with our meat. It's quite a fat bit there, but fine. That's on with our meat. Right, next, this is a surprise ingredient. Well, not a surprise ingredient, but some of you might not like it. It's just some pate that I've sliced, like so, into the sandwich. Next, we have some cucumber, all contrasting. So you've got the warmth of the bun, of the belly pork, the coldness of the cucumber, the crunch of the cucumber. You're going to get our pickles. Just let me get a fork. So I tell you, these pickles are lovely. Just julienne carrot and radish. Fresh and zingy and sweet. So you're getting again the contrast of everything together. Put some pickles on. Put more on if you want more on. Jalapenos. A couple of those little hot bombs placed in there. I love jalapenos. So you ain't going to have a problem having a few of those in there. And then last but not least, the coriander, that's an American cilantro, just to freshen it up even more. Right, so there we have it. That is my version of a pork belly banh mi. So you all know what time it is now, don't you? It's taste testing time. Right, here we go. So I have cut it in half, so that one's falling apart, but look at that. Looking forward to this. Slide it down my mouth, get it in there. One minute, guys. Wow. 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 I've just had another foodgasm. Wow, that's good. That is absolutely, sorry for the big mouthful, I just couldn't resist. I've got a tingle in my mouth from the mayo, the crunch of the bread, the freshness of the coriander, the zing of the pickle, the smoothness of the pate, and the soft but crunchy belly pork, it's soft in parts and crunchy in the other. The belly pork, what a sandwich that is. Oh my God, where have you been all my life?
There's so many variations to it as well, isn't there?
Oops, sorry. Right. It's certainly not a delicate sandwich, one that you can eat anywhere sort of refined, you've just got to... But wow, honestly, you've got to give that one a go, seriously. We've used part-baked baguettes. I think they're a little bit crunchy. I think the recipe recalled for like French bread.
That's what that is.
Well, it is, yeah, but I don't think it was quite as crispy as that. But it's lovely with the contrast. That sauce, it's just to die for. Really, really good. Definitely give it a go. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. Every day of the week. Banging. So I'm going to finish that off in a second. And it won't be as pleasant as that. So, right, once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I think I've got about 50 or 40 odd % of people that watch haven't subscribed. So if you can, please subscribe. It helps us immensely, both of us. So we will catch you guys very, very soon. On to the next one. Onwards and upwards. So bye for now.
See you later, guys.
Bye for now.